But I ain't gonna lie though, I was definitely like, since it was times like in 5th grade, 6th grade, I was definitely writing. But I wasn't writing original. I remember one time like in 6th grade, I heard some fire-ass Bun B song on the radio. I can't remember what it was. I think it was Underground Kings or Three Kings or something. Went home, wrote his verse word for word. Came back to school, tried to rap it like it was my shit. And somebody called me up. I swear to God, I don't know what made me do that. But I liked that song so much, bro. Went home, wrote it word for word, no looking up lyrics. I'm listening and writing, pause, writing. Go back to school, I'm rapping it. He was like, yo, that's fucking Bun B. Like, fucking lying. I'm like, oh, what? No, what? Yeah, bro, yeah, dumb shit. So, and then after that, like, I was still, it was never on my mind to be like, yo, I'm gonna be a rapper. But it would be spurts where I'd be like curious and I'd do some shit like that because I wanted to feel what the dude was rapping about, you know what I mean, on a different level, where I was just in the house bored and that's what I was doing, you know what I mean, whatever reasons. And then later on, like throughout, you know, from like going through elementary school and high school, I started like, you know, having my own original ideas, especially when me and D-Boy moved in together. Mm-hmm. That's when I really started writing. Like, that's like 2014, 2015. That's when I really started. I got a notebook, started writing and like, you know what I mean? Like trying to rap. But I didn't tell nobody none of this, but I was writing to like, rest in peace, Mac Miller. What was his alter ego? Larry Fisherman. He had dropped the tape. I wrote like a whole project to that. So going off his beats, you know what I mean? Like as if I was featuring and shit. So that era, in that time, I was doing a lot of writing. I was making like a lot of room for myself in the space, the writing space. And that's when I really started getting comfortable with writing and making my own music.
Dope. Now that you mentioned the Larry Fisherman type beats, that it's clicking. Because I was going to ask the origin of like your cadencing and like your rhyme style. Mm-hmm. It gives me a little bit of like the Earl Sweatshirt vibe, and it's just like it's original. You know what I'm saying? It's original, and we live in a time now where it's like we talked about. Me and Love used to talk about this all the time. This marketability doesn't conflict with originality. Because a lot of times people just like, yo, can I market this? Can I do this, and with it? Versus, can I make something original, make it dope, and people like it? Right. You know what I'm saying? People get lost in that creative process, and that's one thing I respect about your craft.
I appreciate
it's like, you don't allow, let's say, industry standards or industry norms to dictate your style and your originality.
I appreciate that. No, that's a fact. And I think like a lot of people that we was listening to in that time, especially when I first started writing, they was on the same type of, you know what I mean? So I think it was just like, it kind of just, what they was talking about, the fact that already resonated, it was like natural to fall in line in that way, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So, yeah. Word.